Yes, Your Honor, with your kind permission, I was seeking directions that the prosecution indicates as to whether they're objecting to release of the first accused on bond, and also if there's an affidavit. We understand that there was an affidavit that was to serve us with this morning, if they can be directed to do that now, so that when we are making the application for bond and bail, Your Honor, we're in a position to know exactly what we'll be dealing with, as opposed to now making the application, then they serve us with an affidavit, because we do understand that they were supposed to serve us with one this morning. So if the court could kindly direct that so that we know what the position is. Sorry, Your Honor, perhaps also they can be directed to indicate whether there are any other charge sheets so that you can make a comprehensive bail application.
No, Your Honor, on behalf of the second accused person, I would also wish to get an indication from the prosecution. My name is Chemo Ogutu. Yes. So on behalf of the second accused person, I would also seek indication from the prosecution whether they'll be opposing a release of my client on bail. That is the second accused person.
Your Honor, the prosecution will be opposing bail for the first accused. In both the matters that are before you today, that is number 31 of 2019 and 2 of 2019. As regards the rest of the accused persons, we shall not be opposing bail. As regards the rest of the accused persons in both the charge sheets, we shall not be opposing bail. However, we shall be addressing you on the terms of the bail. So, with your Honor, we would want to deal with the issue of bail of the first accused at the same time for case number 31 and 32, and we have filed an affidavit. We have just managed to file an affidavit in the morning, and I'll be giving the first accused, I'm giving the first accused counsel an affidavit right now. I'll give the court copy. Just give it to him. You have our copy? I've just given it to him, Your Honor. It's on for the first accused. No, when you're posing for the first accused. Oh, just wait, we'll give it to you. Just right now. That's okay, my brother. That's okay. If I can give it to you, just see me a minute. bail for the first accused, which the prosecution will be opposing, those authorities will cover both cases, yes, Your Honor.
That being the case, Your Honor, can we then have a request that they also make the second charge sheet so that, because he's starting with the affidavit now, and the affidavit that we're looking at now is mentioning a global figure that is not captured in the first charge sheet. So it would only be fair to the first accused person that the second charge should be read, so that also it's also tidier and neater, so that we also make the applications once and for all for bail. And perhaps also you can be asked to also supply us with the charge sheet. Even now, you're still not supplied us with the charge sheet. Mr. Kihara, the second charge sheet, have you supplied it?
Yes, Your Honor, I have copies of the charge sheet in the second case, but I wanted to know which accused persons were present so that we can give them individually, because in the past, what has happened is that we have distributed and counsel have come back and said that they do not have a copy of the charge sheet. So the minute they are present in court, we shall avail a copy immediately. Sorry? Tom, just do me a favor. The minute they mention, just a second, the minute they mention they are present, we'll give them a copy. Not three of them. For each person, we'll give the accused. Yeah. Very well, Your Honor.
Kyoko, Mike Sonko, Bugi, Gideon, alias Bugi, Gideon, Kyoko, Mike Sonko, alias Bugi, Gideon, Kyoko, alias Mike Sonko, Bugi, Gideon, Kyoko, alias Mbuvi, Gideon, Kyoko, Sonko. Peter Mbugwa Karaoke. Peter Mbugwa. Patrick Mwangagi. Wambua Ndanka. Wambua Ndanka. Andrew Nyasiego. Samuel Mwangi Ndugu. Samuel. Edwin Karaoke Murimi. Edwin. Lawrence Mwangi Mukuru. Preston Mwandiki Muriti. Preston. Hardy Enterprises Limited. Toby Civil Engineering Limited. Anthony Yes. Toby Civil Engineering Limited. Anthony Maura Nganga. Rose Njeri Nganga. Anthony Maura, Rose Njeri, Abab Auto Limited, Abab, Abab.
Mr. Kihara, I thought when you are doing a charge, the names of persons come first before the operation, the company. Yes, the names of persons should come first and then the names of the company so that we know how to amend them.
ROG Security Limited, High Energy Petroleum Limited, Anthony Otieno Ombok,
All those trainers have received charge sheets.
Yes, you and I have a charge.
For Peter Mukwa, for Patrick Mwangazi, yeah, for Christian Wandiki, is it? Yes. For Hub Enterprises, here we have the charge sheet. Todi Engineering, we have the charge sheet. Anthony Moore, we have the charge sheet. Rose Berry, and then the rest are for Anthony Moore. That is it. Yeah? Request to receive. So that is Anthony. The 10th. He has received. So read out the charges.
count number 1 is for all of you. Conspiracy to commit an offense of corruption, contrary to section 47A3, as tried with Section 48 of the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crime Act number 3 of 2003. Particulars are between 24th May 2018 and 28th March 2019 in Nairobi City County within the Republic of Kenya, being the Governor, County Secretary, Head of Supply Chain Management, Senior Clerical Officers, Tender Negotiation, Opening and Evaluation Committee members of Nairobi City County Government, private limited liability companies and directors of the said companies, thereof jointly and knowingly conspired to commit an offense of corruption, namely embezzlement of public funds in the sum of Kenyan shillings 357,390,229.95 from Nairobi City County Government. Kioko Mike Sonko, true or false? Peter Mbugwa, true or false? Patrick Wangagi, true or false?
True.
Preston Mwandiki, true or false?
Not true.
Hardy Enterprises Limited, Todi Civil Engineering Limited, true or false? Anthony Moura, true or false? Rose Njeri, true or false? Abab Auto Limited, true or false? ROG Security Limited, true or false? High Energy Petroleum Limited, true or false? Anthony Otieno, true or false? Count 2, Peter Karaoke, acting without authorization, contrary to Section 196(7)(b) of the Public Finance Management Act number 18 of 2012. Particulars are between 24th May 2018 and 8th June 2018 at Nairobi City County Government offices within Nairobi City County in the Republic of Kenya, being the County Secretary of Nairobi City County Government, you perform duties of an accounting officer without the authorization prescribed under Section 148(1) and 2 of the Public Finance Management Act as read with Regulation 12(2) of the Public Finance Management Regulation 2015 by awarding tender number NCC/WEFE and NR/276/2017 to 2018 hire of heavy equipment and vehicles. Peter, true or false?
False.
Count 3, Peter Mbugwa Karaoke, abuse of office contrary to Section 46 as read with Section 48 of the Anti-Corruption Economic Crimes Act number 3 of 2003. Particulars are on or about 8 June 2018 at Nairobi City County Government offices within the Republic of Kenya, being a person employed in Nairobi City County Government, to which the County Secretary, you used your office to improperly confer a benefit to Hardy Enterprises Limited for tender number NCC/WEFE and NR/276/2017 to 2018 for hire of heavy equipment and vehicles by unlawfully awarding a contract for the said tender without authority. Peter Karaoke, true or false?
Yes, Your Honor.
Count number 4, Kioko Mike Sonko, conflict of interest contrary to Section 42(3 as said to Section 48 of the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crime Act 2003. Particulars are on 17th December 2018 at Equity Bank Limited in the Republic of Kenya as an agent of a public body, to which the Governor of Nairobi City County, you knowingly acquired an indirect private interest in a contract connected to a public body, to which a contract of tender number NCC/WEFE and NR/276/2017 to 2018 for hire of heavy equipment and vehicles used by Nairobi City County Government by receiving a sum of Kenya shillings 3 million from Hardy Enterprises Limited through Toby Civil Engineering Limited. Kioko Mike Sonko, true or false?
Not true, Your Honor.
Count number 5 is for Peter Mbugwa, Patrick Mwangagi, and Preston Wandiki. Willful failure to comply with law relating to procurement contrary to Section 45(2)(b) as read with Section 48 of the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act number 3 of 2003. Particulars are between 24th May 2018 and 8th June 2018 at Nairobi City County government offices within Nairobi City County in the Republic of Kenya, being the County Secretary, Head of Supply Chain Management of Nairobi City County Government, and the Tender Negotiation Committee members jointly and willfully failed to comply with the law relating to procurement, to which Section 80 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015 by failing to comply with the procedures and criteria set out in the tender document. Peter Mbugwa, true or false?
False, Your Honor.
Patrick Mwangagi, true or false?
False, Your Honor.
Preston Muriti, true or false?
False, Your Honor.
Count number 6, Preston. Willful failure to comply with law relating to procurement contrary to Section 45(2)(b) as read to Section 48 of the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act number 3 of 2003. Particulars are on or about 4th June 2018 at Nairobi City County Government offices within Nairobi City County in the Republic of Kenya, being persons concerned with the use of public property, to which the appointed members of the Negotiation, Opening and Tender Evaluation Committee for tender number NCC/WEFE and NR/276/2017 to 2018 for hire of heavy equipment and vehicles jointly and lawfully failed to comply with the law relating to procurement, to which Section 82 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015 by failing to follow the laid down criteria of evaluation to bid document as was set out in clause 1.4 of the bid document, thereby irregularly recommending the award of the said tender to Hardy Enterprises Limited. Preston Mwandiki, true or false?
False, Your Honor.
Count number 7, Peter Mbugwa. Willful failure to comply with the law relating to procurement contrary to Section 45(2)(b) as read to Section 48 of the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act number 3 of 2003. Particulars are on or about 24th May 2018 at Nairobi City County Government offices within Nairobi City County in the Republic of Kenya, being a person concerned with the use of public property, to which the County Secretary willful failed to comply with the law relating to procurement, to which Section 104A of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015 by commencing negotiation prior to issuing of the tender document. Peter Mbugwa, true or false? Count number 8, RD Enterprises Limited, Anthony Nganga, Mwaura, Rose Njeri Nganga. Unlawful accusation of public property contrary to Section 45(1)(a as read to Section 48(1) and 2 of the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crime Act 2003. Particulars are between 5th July 2018 and 28th March 2019 within Nairobi City County in the Republic of Kenya, being a limited liability company and directors of the said company, you unlawfully acquired public property, to which Kenya shillings 357,390,229 and 95 from Nairobi City County Government in respect of tender number NCC/WEFE and NR/276/2017 to 2018 for hire of heavy equipment and vehicles. Hardy Enterprises Limited, true or false? Anthony Nganga, true or false? Rose Njeri, true or false? Count 9, Andrew Nyasiego, deceiving principle contrary to Section 41(2) as read with Section 48 of the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crime Act number 3 of 2003. Particulars are between 5th July 2018 and 28th March 2019 at Dandora Dam site within Nairobi City County in the Republic of Kenya, being senior clerical officers, you prepared falsified documents, namely dump site reports, to Nairobi City County Government, which you knew contained misleading information regarding the tonnage of the solid waste tonnage that was purportedly delivered to the said dump site by Hardy Enterprises Limited, thereby occasioning a loss of Kenya shillings 2,069,865.36 by the Nairobi City County Government. Andrew Nyasiego, true or false? Andrew, true or false? Andrew? Count 10. Hardy Enterprises Limited, Toby Civil Engineering Limited, Anthony Nganga Maura, Rose Njeri Nganga. Money laundering contrary to Section 3B1 as said with Section 16 of the Proceeds of Crime and Anti-Money Laundering Act. Particulars are on diverse dates between October 2018 and March 2019 within the Republic of Kenya with intent to dispose of money unlawfully acquired, jointly engaged in a transaction to conceal an amount of Kenya shillings 55,800,000 received from Nairobi City County Government whilst knowing or having reason to believe that the said monies were proceeds of crime. Hardy Enterprises Limited, true or false? Toby Civil Engineering Limited, true or false? Anthony Nganga Maura, true or false? Rose Njeri Nganga, true or false? Count 11. Kyoko, Mike Sonko Mbuvi, Toby Civil Engineering Limited, Anthony Nganga Maura, Rose Njeri Nganga. Money laundering, contrary to Section 3B1, as said with Section 16 of the Proceeds of Crime and Anti-Money Laundering Act. Particulars are, on or about 17 December 2018, within the Republic of Kenya, being the Governor, Nairobi City County Government, a private limited company and the directors of the said company, thereof with intent to disguise a sum of Kenya shillings 3 million unlawfully acquired from Nairobi City County Government, whilst knowing or having reason to believe that the said monies were proceeds of crime, jointly engaged in an arrangement for the lease of land LR number Kwale stroke Golini stroke 383. Kyoko Mike Sonko Mbuvi, true or false? Toby Civil Engineering Limited, true or false? Anthony Nganga Maura, true or false? Rose Njeri Nganga, true or false? Count 12. Toby Civil Engineering Limited, Anthony Maura Nganga, Rose Njeri Nganga. Accusation of proceeds of crime contrary to Section 4 of Proceeds of Crime and Anti-Money Laundering Act number 9 of 2009. Particulars are between 16th October 2018 and 28th March 2019 at Equity Bank Limited within the Republic of Kenya, being a private limited liability company and directors of the said company, thereof received property, namely a sum of Kenya shillings 55,800,000 from Hardy Enterprises Limited, being the property of Nairobi City County Government, whilst knowing that the said property formed part of proceeds of a crime. Toby Civil Engineering Limited, true or false? Anthony Maura Nganga, true or false? Rose Njeri Nganga, true or false? Count 13. Kyoko Mike Sonko Mbuvi. Accusation of proceeds of crime contrary to Section 4 of Proceeds of Crime and Anti-Money Laundering Act number 9 of 2009. Particulars are, on 17th December 2018 at Equity Bank Limited within the Republic of Kenya, being the Governor of Nairobi City County, received a sum of Kenya shillings 3,000,000 from Toby Civil Engineering Company Limited, being the property of Nairobi City County Government, whilst knowing that the said property formed part of proceeds of a crime. Kioko Mike Sonko, true or false? Count 14. Hardy Enterprises Limited, Anthony Nganga Maura, Rose Njeri Nganga, Abab Auto Limited, Anthony Otieno Ombok. Money laundering, contrary to Section 3B1, as said with Section 16 of the Proceeds of Crime and Anti-Money Laundering Act. Particulars are, on or about 18 October 2018, within the Republic of Kenya, private limited companies and the directors of the said companies thereof with intent to dispose of money unlawfully acquired, jointly engage in a transaction to conceal an amount of Kenya shillings 6 million received from Nairobi City County Government, whilst knowing or having reason to believe that the said monies were proceeds of crime. Hardy Enterprises Limited, true or false? Anthony Nganga Maura, true or false? Rose Njeri, true or false? Abab Auto Limited, true or false? Anthony Otieno Obok, true or false?
Count number 15. Abab Auto Limited, Anthony Otieno Obok alias Jamal. You have been charged with an offense of acquisition of proceeds of crime, contrary to Section 4 of Proceeds of Crime and Anti-Money Laundering Act, number 9 of 2009. Particulars: on about 18th October 2018, at Equity Bank Limited, within the Republic of Kenya, being a private limited liability company, and the director of the said company thereof received property, namely a sum of Kenya shillings 6 million from Hardy Enterprise Limited, being the property of Nairobi City County Government, while is knowing that the said property formed part of proceeds of crime. Abab Auto Limited, true or false? Anthony Otieno Obok alias Jamal, true or false? Count number 16. Hardy Enterprise Limited, Anthony Nganga Maura, Rose Njeri Nganga, ROG Security Limited, Anthony Otieno Obok alias Jamal. The offense is money laundering contrary to Section 3B1 as read with Section 16 of the Proceeds of Crime and Anti-Money Laundering Act. Particulars of the offense: on diverse dates of between 24th November 2018 and 28th March 2019, within the Republic of Kenya, private limited companies and the directors of the said companies thereof, with intent to dispose of money unlawfully acquired, jointly engage in a transaction to conceal an amount of Kenya shilling 28 million received from Nairobi City County Government, while is knowing or having reason to believe that the said monies were proceeds of crime. Hardy Enterprise Limited, true or false? Anthony Nganga Maura, true or false? Rose Njeri Nganga, true or false? ROG Security Limited, true or false? Anthony Otieno Obok alias Jamal, true or false? Count number 17 for ROG Security Limited, Anthony Otieno Obok alias Jamal. Acquisition of proceeds of crime contrary to Section 4 of Proceeds of Crime and Anti-Money Laundering Act, number 9 of 2009. Particulars: on diverse dates between 24th November 2018 and 28th March 2019, at Equity Bank Limited within the Republic of Kenya, being a private limited liability company and the director of the said company thereof,
received property, namely a sum of Kenya shilling 28 million from RD Enterprises Limited, being the property of Nairobi City County Government, while is knowing that the said property formed part of proceeds of crime. ROG Security Limited, true or false. Anthony Otieno Obok alias Jamal, true or false. Count number 18 for Hardy Enterprises Limited, Anthony Nganga Maura, Rose Nyeri Nganga, High Energy Petroleum Limited, Anthony Otieno Obok alias Jamal. The offense is money laundering contrary to section 3B1 as read with section 16 of the Proceeds of Crime and Anti-Money Laundering Act. Particulars of the offense: on or about 18th October 2018, within the Republic of Kenya, private limited companies and the directors of the said companies thereof, with intent to dispose of money unlawfully acquired, jointly engaged in a transaction to conceal an amount of Kenya shilling 6 million received from Nairobi City County Government while is knowing or having reason to believe that the said monies or proceeds of crime. Hardy Enterprises Limited, true or false. Anthony Nganga Maura, true or false. Rose Nyeri Nganga, true or false. High Energy Petroleum Limited, true or false. Anthony Otieno Obok alias Jamal, true or false. Count number 19 for High Energy Petroleum Limited and Anthony Otieno Obok alias Jamal. The offense is acquisition of proceeds of crime contrary to section 4 of Proceeds of Crime and Anti-Money Laundering Act number 9 of 2009. Particulars of the offense: on or about 18th of October 2018 at Equity Bank Limited, within the Republic of Kenya, being a private limited liability company and the director of the said company thereof, received property, namely a sum of Kenya shilling 6 million from Hardy Enterprises Limited, being the property of Nairobi City County Government, while is knowing that the said property form part of proceeds of crime. High Energy Petroleum Limited, true or false. Anthony Otieno Obok alias Jamal, true or false. That is all, Your Honor.
So I bet that we will look into this this person was so that we proceed another month. Yes. We can have quorum for this matter case number 32. Then after we take quorum, the indication being from Wayne that they will not be opposing bail for the other accused persons. Then Mr. Cecil Miller will team and then apply for bail. But of course we know start with the meeting. Sorry? Mr. Kimara?
Yes, forum for the DPP is as follows. My name is Rolex. I am appearing with Joseph Lungu, Alex Akula, Wesley Namache, Annette Wandia, Mr. J.B. Owiti, and Judy Thuguri. And for the record, Ms. Gisheru is watching brief on behalf of EACC.
Your Honor, for this particular case number 32, my name is Miller, appearing for the first accused person. I am appearing with Honorable Senator Kipchumba Murkomen, Honorable Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr., Honorable Mr. Daniel Manzo, George Kiki, Kavi Nelson,
Present, Your
Kwanga Mboya,
Present.
Alphonse Mutinda, Mr. Osundwa,
Present.
Mr. Harrison Kinyanjui, Mr. Mangolo, Mr. Philip Kaingu,
Present, Your Honor.
and Mr. Eric Mutua.
I'm present.
Your Honor, please, in that matter, together with my learned friend, Mr. Kiraku, we appear for the second discourse.
Please, Your Honor, for record, my name is Wilfred Nyamu, and I do appear for the third accused person.